just got married. Everyone's smiling. Someone's crying happy tears. And the second that ring goes on, in the eyes of the law, you stop existing as your own person. Right now, you can own a house, sign a contract, open a bank account with just your own name on it. For most of history, if you were a married woman, none of that was true. Not because nobody thought of it, because the law said you legally couldn't. So let's actually walk through what your life looks like now, because you're not going to believe how far this goes. There's a real legal word for what just happened to you. It's called coverture. Before you got married, you were what the law called a feme soul, a single woman. You could own things, sign your name to something, and have it mean something. The second you married, you became a feme covert. Covered. Your legal identity didn't shrink, it disappeared into your husband's. There's an actual quote written by a legal scholar named William Blackstone that lawyers and judges used for centuries to explain this. The husband and wife are one person in law. And here's the part that should actually bother you. He didn't mean that as an equal partnership. He meant it very literally. That one person was your husband. You were just inside him now, legally speaking. So what does that actually mean for your day-to-day life? Let's go through it, one piece at a time, because the number of ordinary things this touches is honestly hard to believe until you actually list them out. If you had a job and earned money, that money wasn't yours. It was legally his the moment you earned it. You could wake up early, work a full day, come home exhausted, and every coin of what you made belonged to someone else the second it touched your hand. Not because he took it from you personally, because the law had already decided it was his before you even got paid.
If you owned property before you got married, land, a house, anything your own family had given you, your husband could sell it without asking you, without telling you first. It was legally his to do with as he wanted, even if your name was the one originally on the deed.
You couldn't sign a legal contract on your own. Not because you weren't smart enough, not because anyone doubted you could read the words in front of you. Because the law said your signature by itself didn't count for anything. If you wanted to buy something, sell something, agree to something official, you needed your husband standing right there, putting his own name under yours, or your name meant nothing at all. And if something went wrong, if you were wronged by someone, you often couldn't even sue on your own behalf. Your husband had to bring the case. You were legally a passenger in your own grievances.
And here's the part that's genuinely hard to say out loud. Under coverture, the law assumed you'd already agreed to everything that happened inside the marriage, including things you never actually agreed to. Consent was treated as automatic just because you were married. That's as dark as it sounds. And it's real, documented legal history, not an exaggeration. We haven't even gotten to how long this actually lasted.
Because here's the thing people assume. This was some ancient medieval rule that obviously got fixed a long time ago. It wasn't. Coverture came from English law, got carried straight into the American colonies, and survived the entire Revolutionary War completely untouched. The same country that fought a war over no taxation without representation didn't blink at keeping half its population with no legal representation at all. It took real people pushing back for decades to chip away at it. Women like Abigail Adams, who personally begged her own husband, John Adams, to remember the ladies while he sat helping write the laws of a brand new country. She wrote it to him directly in a real letter, and he politely, almost affectionately, brushed her off. Women like Myra Bradwell, one of the first women to actually fight, publicly and legally, just to be allowed to practice the profession of law at all, in a system that didn't consider her a full legal person to begin with.
Bit by bit, state by state, starting in the late 1800s, laws called Married Women's Property Acts began chipping away at coverture. A woman could start to keep her own wages here, own property there. It didn't happen all at once. And it didn't happen because coverture suddenly stopped making sense to the people in charge. It happened because women kept demanding it. Court case after court case, decade after decade.
And even after all that progress, pieces of coverture didn't fully disappear. Some of its restrictions, specifically around a wife's ability to take on financial obligations without her husband's involvement, survived in parts of the US as late as the 1960s. Not the 1600s, the 1960s. Your own grandmother or great-grandmother may have lived under a version of this rule for part of her adult life. So here's the part that should actually land for you. You think this is fully over, right? It's not quite as finished as you'd hope.
It wasn't until 1974 that a U.S. law finally guaranteed women the right to open a credit account without needing a husband's signature or approval. 1974! If your grandmother is old enough to remember disco, she's old enough to remember when this was still legal to deny her. And honestly, what we're covering next might be even harder to sit with than this one. Don't miss it.
So here's what we actually want to know. If your own signature legally meant nothing, and your own money legally wasn't yours, what's the first thing you'd have fought to get back? Because real women did fight for exactly that, one law at a time for almost 200 years.